Congress takes place at the midpoint of a holy year, in which the Baha'is of the world are commemorating the centenary of the passing of Baha'u'llah and the inauguration of his covenant. It is the second of two spectacular global convocations called to observe these anniversaries. On May 29th, some 3,000 Baha'is gathered in the Holy Land to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the ascension of Baha'u'llah. In his covenant and testament, Baha'u'llah made the unique provisions that have preserved the unity of the Baha'i faith, intact and undivided as it spread all over the world. A community encompassing all the diversity of the human race, eliminating the causes of religious strife and fanaticism, completely unified on a global scale, a movement unrivaled in its potentialities for the peaceful unification of all mankind. This unique and remarkable quality derives from the covenant of Baha'u'llah, the source of the ever-expanding unity of the Baha'i world. From the early days of this century, the city of New York played an important role in this process. It is known to Baha'is as the City of the Covenant.
The covenant actually is a rather simple concept. It is an agreement, a treaty that a prophet of God concludes with his followers. He makes to them certain promises and in return expects them to act in certain ways and follow his commandments. In this specific case, in the Baha'i case, the covenant of Baha'u'llah is about authority and interpretation within the Baha'i community. Authority has always been a problem with religions after the passing of the founder. In Christianity, there was no definitely designated successor. The Roman Catholic Church accepts St. Peter as its leader on the basis of a brief and vague statement. In Islam, of course, there was a dispute between factions immediately upon the passing of Muhammad as to who was going to be the leader of the community. And this led to factionalism, to sectarianism, to the breakup of community, even to religious wars. Baha'u'llah wanted to prevent such an occurrence, and therefore he entered into a covenant with his followers to the effect that his eldest son, Abdul Baha, would be the leader appointed by Baha'u'llah himself, a leader who would exercise authority over the community of the faithful and who would have the unique right to interpret the teachings of his father. That, in essence, is the meaning of the covenant.
Participants of the Baha'i World Congress were invited to a special tribute created to pay homage to the center of Baha'u'llah's covenant, his son and appointed successor, Abdul Baha. A magnificent theme pavilion was constructed, filling no less than 5 complete ballrooms at the New York Hilton Hotel. It was designed to give participants a time capsule look back to Abdul Baha's unparalleled trip to the United States in 1912. Each of the 5 rooms contained unique images and events of that historic visit. It was accordingly titled Abdul Baha, His Mission to America. The exhibit was open to a group of over 100 dignitaries, civic and religious leaders from the Jewish, Christian, and Islamic faiths, as well as reporters from around the world. These honored guests were given a guided tour by the hand of the cause of God, Amatul Baha Ruhiyya Khanum. Her personal commentary helped give perspective to the World Congress and Abdul Baha's visit to the city of New York. In the final room, a recording of the voice of Abdul Baha could be heard chanting a prayer. while the master's fez was displayed with the utmost dignity and honor.
Behold a candle, how it gives its light. It weeps its life away, drop by drop, to give its flame. You must die to the world, and so be born again, and enter to the kingdom of heaven.